Hi, Taurus Nation. This is going to be your reading for the beginning of December. It's good for the Sun, Rising Moon, and Venus sign for my bull gang, but it is a general reading, so it might not resonate with all of you. If you'd like a message to be 100% just for you, you can book a private reading with me. The link to my website to schedule is in the description below. If you are new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell because I read for you guys every week. I love doing so. Taurus is such a great sign. And I read for you here often. But right now, it's not Soma Chandra Tarot, it's Soma Chandra Taurus. Taurus, you guys were at the top of the pyramid for me last week. And I remember when I finished your reading last week, I was like, dude, I can't wait to read for them again because something really beautiful was unfolding. I think it's just a matter of making things happen logistically for you moving into December. Right now, I think there's some silence and stillness. There's an idea that needs to be brought to life, and you might be holding back a little bit and you might feel like you need to take a time out to a degree. The first card that came out for you from the Animal Spirit Guides, you wanted several cards out of this deck. For some reason, they said drop three. And I said, okay, take a time out. So right now you're resting, you're hibernating, you've been on somewhat of a time out, you're gathering your strength. This might be that, like, moving into winter, there's going to be some hibernation. So some details can work out on their own. But right now you're taking a time out. Bring your ideas to life. Electric eel. This is in reverse. You might be hesitating on something a little bit, or there's an idea that you want to bring to life. Maybe you're just waiting for the spark. Maybe it's going to take time. But your guides don't want you to waste time at all. Maybe you just need to use this time in a different way. There's an idea that is meant to be brought to life. Maybe you're just waiting for that shock. Maybe it comes from within you. Just know that the eagle is with you. Spirit has your back. No more time for playing it small. It's time for you to fly the coop. There's always a parable attached to the eagle energy. It's about a man that comes across two stonemasons while he's walking, and they're both working on something. And he asks one man, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Oh, I'm just squaring out this stone." And he asks the other man doing the same thing, "What are you doing?" And the other man says, "I am building a cathedral." It's not time to play it small. You have to decide what you want to do here, Taurus. Do you just want to square a stone, or do you want to build a cathedral? This will require you to soar high and soar from above and take an overview effect of your life and the situation. Know that whatever you do, if you feel like you got to take a time out, it's okay, but there is an idea that wants to be brought to life. Spirit has your back. You definitely do not want to play it small. And that was resonated further when I got from the Surrender to Now deck the next card. Surrender to your full power. Your life is calling you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Are you feeling the need to play it small? Well, you guys are earth signs. You guys do go big and you go for the gold, but you like to take your time and you're very practical. Your guides are saying that's okay, but it's definitely not time to play it small. So gather your strength because it's time to soar like an eagle. The beginning of December, though, Taurus, might require you to be quiet. It's interesting. Virgo got a similar card, surrender to non-action. You might be connecting to a Virgo. I do have the Magician here, and for me, that's Virgo, Aries, or Gemini. But they're saying in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. I think you guys are gathering your strength for something here. Right now, it's a time for quiet. Maybe somebody's being quiet with you. Maybe you need to be quiet with them. It may involve some kind of a rebirth. Interesting. It's a general reading, so I interpret it a couple different ways. You need to ask yourself a couple of questions right now, Taurus. Where can I ask for more help in my life, and what if it was easy? Okay, clearly based on the other oracle cards I've gotten, you're hesitating on something. Maybe, and I can see that your action moving into December is the Eight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. I think you're a little stressed out about something. Maybe you need to ask for help. Until we can receive with an open heart, we're never really giving with an open heart. When we attach judgment to receiving help, we knowingly or unknowingly attach judgment to giving help. Ask for what you want and be open to receiving it. Today, ask for someone for help and receive it with an open heart. You might need help with something and you might be afraid to ask for it. What if it was easy? You might be making something hard. Your guides are saying, Taurus, don't play it small. Maybe you need to be quiet and think about what this idea is that you want to bring to life. And a timeout's okay, but there's a pretty big discrepancy between the eagle and the bear. One is heavy and earthbound. One soars. One is at the top. They're both at the top of the food chain. One's a vegetarian, one's a meat eater. Which road are you going to take? Which path? I don't think either energy will take you in the wrong place, but it might, trying to figure out how to approach something might be keeping you from bringing an idea to life. Don't play it small. Just think about it. You might need help. It might be easier than you think it is. This could also be a person you're connected to as well, saying this isn't going to be easy. What if it's your perception? What if it's just your perception of the situation? Interesting, deep. You're deep, Bull Gang. You often are, and I dig this about you. What's come out of the Romance Angel Oracle deck? Any one of these messages could resonate for you. Maybe all of them will, maybe just a few. Keep in mind it's general. The first card that came out was codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So on your end or someone else's end in some relationships, there is some codependency. What does that mean? Codependency is when we rely on someone outside of ourselves to give us something that we ourselves can give to ourselves. So you might be struggling with some of this. Someone you're connecting to might be struggling with that. You need to keep an eye on that and try to address it. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you closer together. You might be in a situation and calling in something new and trying to figure out how to get away from something where there's codependency. It will take heart-to-heart conversations, okay? Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Forgiving and learning is here as well. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. I think that there is someone that you're connecting to. Someone needs to do some forgiving and learning. There's some heart-to-heart conversations that need to take place. Oh, this is pretty par for human beings. I see you working out some kinks emotionally in a relationship, but I think you're going in a good direction. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Some of you are getting engaged. Last week when I read for you, I got that very strongly. Some of you are getting engaged. You talked to me about it in the comments. For those of you that are going through that, I think that's awesome. There's also an unrequited love around you and wedding. Interesting. Okay, this could be about who you're inviting to the wedding and who you're not and who you don't want to be with. For some of you, you're moving out of a type of a relationship where there was commitment, but it's unrequited and you want to move into something new. Interesting. Okay, so that's kind of the energy I'm picking up on from the romance angels. At the center of it all for you, Taurus, temperance. You connecting to a Sagittarius? Perhaps, maybe you have Sag in your chart. This is the angel of the divine. Temperance only comes when it's called for. So there will be some things moving into December, Bull Gang, that you need to bring into balance. It requires patience, peace, calm, perspective. If you or someone you're connecting to has been running hot and cold, that definitely needs to be addressed. This will be about practicing moderation and determining the purpose of something. You are being divinely guided to have perspective towards harmony, towards soulmate energy, towards calm and peace. So that's the center of everything for you. So that'll be kind of intense. The challenge or the catalyst is the magician. Aries, Virgo here, Gemini here. The challenge is, can you be the single catalyst for change? You're going to have to use every trick up your sleeve to make this happen. Somebody may be doing that with you. The magician is where we first discover our power. Sometimes he's a little bit of a trickster, but he is a healer and a leader. He's very resourceful. He's very powerful. He is the jack of all trades, and he is very focused on the task at hand. He will leave no stone unturned. The magician has a saying. He says, well, there's only one thing left to do. I'm going to have to science the shit out of this. No one's going to do it for you, right? So the challenge is actually manifesting and making something happen. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little difficult to trust this energy, and it can be a little stressful to have to do it on your own. Some of you are maybe worried someone's being manipulative, or you're like, how do I make this happen? What if you need a little bit of help? And then you can surrender to the full power, knowing that spirit has your back. Deep past, interesting energy. I needed a third card to clarify. Deep past, the Knight of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles. I clarified it. I wanted one more and I got the Five of Pentacles. I think in the past, this could be about a relationship or a career path or life purpose. You went rushing in like a lunatic, or someone came rushing at you. It moved very, very quickly to long-term stability. But in the end, you really weren't getting what you needed. Perhaps someone rushed in without thinking. Perhaps someone was a little underqualified. Perhaps someone ran away from the long-term stability and that left you in a place of lack, or vice versa. That's the deep past that's affecting the moment where you are now. This needs to be addressed. If you rushed and you thought you had it all and the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and you were left feeling like you were in a place of lack, keep that in mind moving forward. I think you are with Temperance here. You're like, let's be moderate, let's be patient. Sagittarius and Temperance teach us to be reasonable most of the time when they're at their best. But recent past, Ace of Wands to the Eight of Wands. Oh my. You really do want to move quickly. You are starting something new that you believe has a lot of growth potential. This could be involved travel or distance as well. This is movement. This is fast-paced change. This is a lot of arrows flying back and forth, coming into alignment, coming in hot. It's coming in hot, Taurus. Or it did. It moved quickly. Wanted to move to something with more purpose, with more balance, with more peace and calm. You wanted it to happen fast. This was interesting. This was the curveball for me. I almost picked this up and asked for different messages, but they said, no, leave it. They'll understand. Even when I don't understand in a general reading, when Spirit says, leave those cards right where they are, I do. Page of Cups to Death, Scorpio energy here. So death is about a death and a rebirth. I'm hoping that this is not the death of a child or the death of something that you wanted to come through to fruition. Something might have ended right when you were emotionally vulnerable and opened up. So they're telling you to keep that in mind. But this looks like possibly a rebirth and someone opening up to you emotionally. For some of you, you're being told, if you want to have a rebirth in a situation, out of the ashes, the phoenix does rise. You cannot be afraid of what grows in the place of what dies. It will involve some emotional vulnerability on someone's part. It might even involve an apology in order to move through this death and rebirth of the Scorpio energy. And I think that this is freaking you out a little bit. You're going to figure it out. There are some things that you're going to have to work through, but you're going to attempt to figure it out the beginning of December, you guys, because I have the Eight of Swords and Two of Pentacles. Oh my God, I'm stressed out. I don't know how to deal with this. What do I do? The Two of Pentacles is, oh, what do I do? Totally looking at the balance and synthesis from the perspective of an earth sign with the Two of Pentacles. Well, if I do it this way, this will happen. If I do it this way, this will happen. I have to juggle a lot. I don't have a lot of room in my life for emotions. I have to be flexible. I have to be adaptable. How do I make this work? This may stress you out a little bit. So this is sort of like a karmic emotional feeling with the Eight of Swords. Negative thoughts, a self-imposed restriction of the mind. Okay, this is where we have a victim mentality and we are imprisoned. Face your inner critic head on. It's never as bad as we think it is. Look at this card. If she tries hard enough, she can absolutely get out of that bondage. And that is not a jail cell. That's all happening in her head. What if it was easy? And what if you just need to ask for help and surrender to your power? I feel like the oracle cards are trying to give you a different way to look at it. It will involve some kind of a rebirth and reinvention of yourself. It will involve some vulnerability. But if you want to get towards this goal that you have, perhaps you have a lacking mindset. Perhaps this is about funds and resources. The Knight of Swords does need to go out on a limb and take a risk. You will have to manifest it. I feel as though you're being divinely guided with Temperance here. And it has so much growth potential. And the way you see yourself further indicates that you just need to get out of your head, Taurus, because you see yourself as the Nine of Cups, but also the Hanged Man, Pisces here. You could be connecting to a Pisces. Your guides are encouraging you. The hangman, like Temperance, only come when they're called for. So you see yourself as wanting to have it all, wanting happiness, wanting wish fulfillment. Perhaps it will involve a sacrifice. Perhaps it involves surrendering and letting go. Perhaps it involves waiting. Perhaps it involves seeing something from a different point of view. I think you're looking at something that you think is total wish fulfillment for you, a person, a job, a relationship, a situation, but it will involve some enlightenment and a release of something. And I think you know that with the Nine of Cups. Something's going down in your environment, though. I don't know what's going on between you and this person or this situation. In the environment, I have the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the Page of Swords. If this is a person you're connecting to, they are being very quiet. They are also incredibly curious about you and wanting to know more. I don't know who this is, but they see themselves as the wheel. They could be a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. They might feel that you're a very mysterious person to them and they need to listen to their intuition. They will be quiet. They feel as though they need more answers and they will listen to their intuition about you. They might be being mysterious with you. The Page of Swords tells me that they want to know more, but they're a little defensive. This also came out in Virgo's reading as well. Some of you are connecting to someone with Virgo in their chart, perhaps. I'd watch that reading too. You might find messages there. This person, you guys could have mutual friends. This person could hear gossip and hearsay. They want more information here. And I was like, okay, how do they feel about Virgo? They're a little defensive and curious until they know more. I think they're kind of like, well, I mean, it's kind of up to fate. This Taurus might be part of my destiny, but I need more information. This could also be your response to the environment. Taurus, you want to know how fate's going to play out with another person. I clarified the shit out of this because I wanted to know what was going on. I got the Sun, the Seven of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. This could involve family. This could involve exposing some lies or some sneaking around. This could have to do with a will. This could have to do with long-term commitment and marriage. People might be jealous of you to some degree with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands here. This person might not entirely trust you, or you might not entirely trust them. I have the Page of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Three of Wands, the Five of Wands. This person might want you to come and be with them, but they might just be standing back and watching and waiting to hear from you. They might see that you have some drama and bullshit to work through. I think they might be waiting for a moment to step in. I think they're not quite sure what to do. I think they want you to be their Queen of Wands. Oh, death and rebirth, the Empress, the Six of Pentacles. They miss you. This could be a parent-child relationship. This could be someone wanting to have, the Queen of Wands has one kind of relationship. The Empress has another one. She's a committed woman. She's a married woman. She's an older, more mature woman. The Queen of Wands can be all of those things, but she's just one aspect and activation of the Empress. So this person definitely wants a fiery, passionate relationship with you. This might involve a rebirth. This person has fond memories of you, but they may also be somewhat angry. They might be a little bit possessive. They might not be the greatest at communication. They might have walked away in the past. This could be you and this person, Taurus. or this could be the kind of relationship they want to have with you. Interesting. So these cards will mean different things to different people. We could have a Leo involved. We could have a Pisces involved. Someone needs to hold still and plan for the future. Some stuff might need to be worked out. I think this person looks at pictures of you. I think that they're wondering how you're doing. They might think that you kind of got away from them. You might be getting away from them. There might be some confusion between the two of you. Perhaps you've been on a time out with them. That could be how you feel about them, but I've meant it for be how they feel about you. And I will do a relationship reading for you in a couple days. But the way you're feeling, the Lovers and the Two of Wands, you really want this. There's a mutual attraction between you and someone else, or this could be a dream job, a dream relationship. You feel like this is part like match made in heaven, perfect. You're just trying to figure out how to do it. This person may have a hard time stepping up and telling you how to do it. Yeah. And if there's a lack of communication between the two of you at the moment, that might make you question things. There's some stuff that has to be worked out and a decision has to be made. We have the Five of Wands and Justice. We have Libra energy showing up here. So in the beginning of December, yes, there's going to be some stuff that has to be worked through. This could be a group dynamic. That's not the full-blown Five of Swords. The Five of Wands is kind of like dress rehearsal. There might be some conflict. There might be some disagreements. There might be competition. There could be tension. There could be diversity. Justice will need to be served. A decision needs to be made. It will need to be fair. It will need to be balanced. Something could be going out literally in a court of law. It could have to do with a will, an estate, a marriage, a divorce, something like that. It could also be going down in the esoteric court of law. You and a person around you or those around you are not the same. You do not share a brain or a body. So when the Five of Wands comes out, you have to ask yourself, do you want to work through this or not? Do you want to be part of the solution or part of the problem? You may be called to take the lead right now with the Magician here. It's something that you feel as though it's worth the sacrifice for you. You're just trying to figure out the semantics. I think that there's just going to be some things that have to be worked through. This person does want something to go somewhere with you. This could involve getting a new job. This could involve some strategy on someone's part. You guys might have other people involved in a group dynamic. They're watching and waiting. They're paused and waiting too. Yeah, they're paused and waiting too. Just keep in mind that if you look at it from this point of view, what if it was easy? What if I can ask for help? That might make a difference. It's definitely time to surrender to your full power, but you may need to take a little bit of time to meditate and find the stillness to help you get out of your head about it. Just know that Spirit has your back. It is time to bring your ideas to life after you're finished with this timeout, okay? After the timeout. I see somebody wants to fly the coop and move towards something better. Justice will be served, okay? You're just going to have to work out some semantics and deal with some other people to get to this perfect match for you, Taurus. Yeah. All right, Bull Gang, that's your reading for the beginning of December. It looked good. I felt like it looked good. I hope it resonates with you. I hope it brings you some clarity, and I hope it helps you. You can always book a private reading with me if you want to work with me personally. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Taurus. Take care of yourselves. Bye, Bull Gang. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.